So let's talk about your deal. How you found it? Was it through a real estate agent, or did you, how did you find it, and what actually was it?
Yeah, so it was found through a real estate agent that over a handful of years I've built a really strong relationship with. It was a deal that came into their office, and yeah, he gave me a call one day and said, "Look, this probably isn't exactly what you're looking for, but I think you should really, have a bit of a look at it and consider it." So it was a 6 acre property. There was a minimum lot size of 2 acres in that zoning, and actually it was about 700 square metres shy of 6 acres. So mathematically, we were just under 3 times 2 acre lots. But there was actually a what Bob might call a relaxation in council's LEP that allowed in one subdivision one of the lots to be no greater than 10% undersized. So I think that's something that others might have overlooked, where they sort of didn't have that understanding or potentially those people to speak to. Um, yeah, and the relaxation actually gave guides as to how that might work. So the numbers, I ran the numbers on a 1 into 2 lot subdivision, and it stacked up quite well at around 17%. So that in itself was a project. There wasn't a big dollar figure at the end of that for a 1 into 2, but there was enough there that, there was a safety net and a fallback position. But the 1 into 3 lot subdivision was what really made it interesting. It lifted the ROI up to about 34%, and significantly changed that dollar figure. It was effectively, the third block of land was effectively a freebie. Um, so I remember spending probably a month going back and forward with Bob and Aaron and yourself and the real estate agent and tossing and turning on it and thinking, look, this really looks like it works, but it's an hour out of Newcastle. It's actually quite a small town. I think less than 1,000 people population, but it's obviously got that proximity to Newcastle, to Maitland, areas like that. It's that larger lot, more peaceful sort of living vibe that people do like, in those sorts of areas. So yeah, I did toss and turn on it for a month, I think, and yeah, got got to a point where Hillary and Bob in particular as well gave me a bit of a kick along to sort of say, why wouldn't you do this? It might not be that glamorous beachside build that you'd like to do, but there's money in it. Why wouldn't you go for that?
Yeah, Bob's one liner. You never go broke making money. Yeah, it's so
Exactly.
good. He learned
I
off some
heard that one a
Chinese
couple of
guy.
times.
Yeah. So you had to just, by knowing that it would work at a 2 lot subdivision and it could potentially be 3, and you wouldn't know that until a while in. And so that was a bit of a nice, it was an expected surprise, but it's always nice to get that certainty that it is going to, tip over the line and then take it to that 34% ROI. Well, hey, no one's sort of
Yeah.
unhappy at that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right. And you're right. It was probably going into it. There was, probably I would have put it at 70% certainty of getting that 3 lot outcome. And obviously, as we went on with the consultants and lot design and everything like that, it started to increase a little from there. But knowing that it still had to get through that council process, obviously, once we got into that point where we started to get feedback from council and it was fairly positive, yeah, that started to really feel like we're going to get there with the 3. And once that approval was issued, it was such a good feeling.